So yeah, anybody who grew up in the 80s would have a similar experience that games take a little while to load. I think this particular game takes about 4 minutes. When you're a child, that feels like forever. But there's also this factor of when you are a child, you sort of sometimes forget what some of these games are, especially the bad ones. Well, that was my case anyway. And Hunchback is a particularly bad one. The number of times I was looking through games to be like, oh, what do I want to play today? Oh yeah, Hunchback. Oh yeah, okay, I'll load that. I can't remember what that's like. I think I didn't have the cover art. It was either a borrowed game or somebody just gave me the tape. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, it really, really bad game. And so yeah, not all of these memories are sweet memories. Some of them are bitter. Now, this game, it loads. You get a nice, simple splash screen. It's actually pretty good in terms of its, simplicity, let's say. And then you are in for a world of pain. So if I was to go through the tick boxes, which make a terrible game, very similar to what James Rolfe does and the Angry Video Game Nerd, this features so many of them. And this particularly is a sin from the pixel perfect jumping. Now, there I mess up because I can't remember my keys. The other thing about here is up is sometimes jump, sometimes jumping is a button press, and I didn't know which. So, quick jump there and then I'm in. Now, this first screen is fairly straightforward. Jump over these balls, you can just time it. Now, this second screen, I would hazard a guess that the second screen is where many people my age, that's the last screen I ever saw. And you can see an example of it there. I jumped, and now you can argue that yes, I landed one clear pixel short. But when I'm timing it, that's also BS there as well. I stepped over onto the perspective part, and I died. So, yeah, this game is a peculiar frustration. So, yeah, you'll see what I mean if I just fail again. You'll see what I mean when I finally get to the next screen. Basically, yeah, you have to be pixel perfect. You have to jump exactly when the rope is at its leftmost, and then you have to jump again when it's at its rightmost. And you probably have a little bit more time on the forward jump. It feels like it's easier to land on the thing than it is to get off. I don't know why. But regardless of the reason, you are going to be listening to this music constantly. Yeah, glorious. Absolutely glorious. But yeah, this second screen is just ridiculous. It's savage. Absolutely savage. Now, a friend of mine, Bapster, who runs Bapstercade and a few channels, he did a live stream with his son. If I can find it, I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, he did a live stream with his son playing this game, and I don't know if those guys actually beat the first screen, but they must have played it for about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and I can tell you whatever it is, it's 20 or 30 minutes too long. And I think they were feeling the same thing. This game is totally stupid. So yeah, I did in fact get past the second screen, and I mentioned this to him, and he was like, "Yeah, Pixar, it didn't happen." So here it is. As me finally getting across, and you see, when I did that, I made that jump like, and when I say well, I mean I was well on the platform. So. Maybe it's just me being rubbish, but anyway, these jumps to me, they feel too hard. They are much too hard. Anyway, so this is three holes that I've got to jump over, and I'm butchered the first time, and then you get into the flow, and that's what sometimes the Spectrum games are like. You basically suck at it. And then you have these moments of like pure, I don't know, inspiration or genius, and then you could never repeat it. I think basically I managed to do this third, fourth, maybe fifth screen, and then I just turned off the mister because I was like, okay, I'm never going to achieve anything as good as that ever again. And if you did this when you were 5, then well done, 5 or 6. Yep, you peaked early in life, and then yeah. And this screen is even worse than the second. Seriously, I know you basically have to do an upward jump, but that is ridiculous. That it's like a beginner's trap. You just don't know the arrow's coming until it's already too late. Again, anyway, the designer of this game, I mean, I'm not going to say that I could do better, but you should have done better, sir. And shame on you. And shame on Ocean for publishing it. So, Hunchback, don't play it. It's awful.